In this video, we're covering the surface area of a cone and a sphere. So the first thing we're going to focus on is the formula of a cone. So remember, a cone has a circular base and is very similar to a pyramid. Now it does have a formula that we use, and that formula is pi r plus pi r squared. Now it's important to note that the pi r section, that is your curved area. Alright, so that section there, that's your curved area. Now our pi r squared, that section is our base. That is the bottom there, that circle on the bottom. Alright, now that you know what it's made up of, it's a little bit easier to see what's going on. Now remember, a cone's made up of several parts. You have the apex, which is the point, the slant height, which is that side part, and you have your perpendicular height, which is that orange line. Also, on the bottom, you have your radius, and remember, sometimes you'll be given the diameter, which goes across the whole way, and the diameter, to find the radius from the diameter, is you half the diameter. Now, it's important to realize that this L up here, that relates to your slant height, not your perpendicular height. So it's important to know that that is related to your slant height. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is the formula of a sphere, and its formula is 4 pi r squared when you're trying to find the surface area. Now again, r is just your radius, and it's from the center of the sphere to the edge. So we're going to look at two examples here, and we're going to calculate the total surface area of the cone. Again, with these type of questions, it's always good to write down your formula first. So I'm just zooming in a bit. Now, I'm also going to write down what my R is. So R is going to be 2 meters. Because remember, this 4 meters down here, that's your diameter. So we need to half that. Alright? The next thing we need to write down is my L value, which is 8 meters. Now that I've done that, I can substitute these values into my formula. And again, all that means is I'm replacing the letters with their number value. Pi times 2 times 8 plus pi times 2 squared. At this point, you just can put it into a calculator and you'll get 62.83. Now, remember, you need to make sure you're putting in units. We're dealing with meters here, and both are in meters, so that's good. So it's going to be meters squared, because remember, area is squared units. Alright, the next thing we're going to look at is calculate the surface area of the sphere. And again, like we did with the last example, it's always a good idea to write down your formula. It just helps with memorization, and the more you do it, the more likely you'll be able to remember it in a test conditions. So 4 pi r squared, and again, I'm going to write down what my r value is. It's always good to get into the habit of writing these down. So 15 millimeters. At this point, I can start to substitute in my values, and again, that just means replacing my r with 15. Using a calculator, you get a surface area of 2,827, and again, millimeters squared. It's always important to remember your units.